So pag-uusapan natin ngayon, i-summarize natin at i-discuss natin yung mga highlights ng Day 11 ng trial ni VP Inday sa Senado. Bago tayo magpatuloy, huwag pong kakalimutan like, share, follow, and subscribe. Nadalian na naman ito. Ano yung prinisinta? Kahapon, prinisinta ng prosecution. Kahapon ba yan? Wrong. Prinisinta, or kanina, prinisinta ng prosecution ang isang witness, dating taga-COA, yung nag-audit ng confidential funds. Initial audit ito. Post-audit ng confidential funds ni Vice President ng OVP. Tinignan kung compliant sila. Nag-require sila, so dun sa mga binanggit ng auditor, ang mga kulang ay unang-una physical and financial plan na hindi daw nakalagay yung detailed confidential activities under Joint Circular 2015-01. Na-discuss din po ang compliance requirements doon, and ang sinasabi ni Wamil is strict compliance ang required. Yung disbursement over an 11-day period, December 21 to 31, ang sinabi lang ng witness is dun sa anomaly dates is that may mga acknowledgement receipts that were submitted dated 2023 rather than 2022. Hindi walang accomplishment report. Hindi po detailed ang tinatawag na physical and financial plan. So on certain disbursements, walang specificity, walang nakalagay doon kung na-accomplish kasi rewards yon. So with certain expenditures, nire-require yung accomplishment, but not all of the disbursements require that. Doon lang sa rewards. So para malagay, dapat nilagay doon na completed yung yung operation for which the person was being rewarded. So, may acknowledgement receipts, and yung iba, some of the purchases of supplies were backed by acknowledgement receipts, but not ORs. So, pero yun, na-i-explain yan yung mga ganyan maliliit na bagay yan sa liquidation. So testimony ni Wamil, ito yung mga sinabi niya. Hindi pa yung sa authenticity of checks, both yung umpisa, sige, wait, erase. Ulitin natin. I was reading the details from the press conference, mali pala yun. Ulitin po natin. Ang itong start, okay? Nag-start with the prosecution asking for stipulations on several boxes of acknowledgement receipts. Itong mga acknowledgement receipts na to, at saka yung ibang mga documents, gusto ng prosecution na i-stipulate na lang or sabihin ng defense, yes, those are true, those are executed duly, etc. because they form part of the evidence. Pinipilit ni Attorney Lorna Kapunan na, di ba ebidensya nyo din ito, but hindi kayo mag-stipulate? Now, the rule is, ang stipulations means that, aaminin nyo na to so that you don't have to prove it in trial. For example, in a certain case, importante yung sale of, let's say, pad paper. Pwedeng sabihin ng defense, isi-stipulate namin totoo yung receipt na yan. Totoo yung sale na yan. Kasi for whatever reason. In this case, the respondent side did not want to stipulate even if the same records are part of their evidence kasi nga may issues sa tinatawag natin na chain of evidence. Halimbawa, in a drugs case, ang chain of evidence mahalaga. So kailangan mapatunayan nyo na yung pinapakita doon sa hukuman is the same evidence that was taken from the site. So doon po kailangan so i-establish mo, okay, police officer so-and-so, secured it, put it in a paper bag, and marked it. Then he turned it over to this person. Person B says, yes, we acknowledge the receipt, we unpacked it, we put it in the freezer, etc. All the way until the presentation in court. So that is what the chain of evidence is. So, another issue was yung pagbabasa ng witness ng sarili niyang notes, pero hindi na inobjekta ng respondents. Ito na, testimony of Wamil. Audit compliance for confidential funds requires strict compliance. That's number one. Yung isa, prohibited expenses, meron siyang pinoint out na there are certain expenses that will not be allowed. In other words, disallowed expenses ito. So ang findings niya, kulang yung hindi non-existent. Kulang yung physical and financial plan kasi kulang daw yung confidential activities. Ngayon, mayroon daw improper na disbursement voucher pero nagkamali doon sa date. Cash advance was for calendar year 2022 instead of the quarter, first, second, or third quarter. Okay. Discrepancies in accomplishment report. So hindi sa walang accomplishment report, merong accomplishment report, pero merong mga either kulang or hindi allowed. So for example, hindi allowed yung mga expenses for medical and food aid. For travel and incentive expenses, kulang daw yung documentation and operational nexus. Tapos, yung sa rewards, kulang yung documentary proof establishing the success of the information gathering or surveillance activities by informers. Tapos, yung use of acknowledgement receipts for stores and hardware purchases. So, nag-testify si Wamil na yung COA issued a notice of suspension December 13, 2023, temporarily disallowing the entire 125 million 2022 disbursement. So, temporary yung sa disbursement ng 125 million, but that was later, as we know, revised or amendment para 70 plus million na lang. So mayroon siyang napansin na may mga undated na acknowledgement receipts or yung ibang acknowledgement receipts were mali yung year. Okay? So yun yung highlights of the presentation of evidence. OVP pa lang ito, wala pa yung sa DepEd. Okay? So, later on, the prosecution conducted a press conference where meron silang mga dinidiin, which we can correct in our discussion. Halimbawa, yun nga, what is a notice of disallowance and order of restitution? A notice of disallowance means hindi tinatanggap or hindi in accordance with the, in this case, Joint Memorandum Circular 2015-01. So pagka ganon, you will return the money or provide additional documentation or correct the documentation. Is this a criminal offense? No. Why? A criminal offense needs mens rea. What is mens rea? Mens rea is criminal intent. So there is a difference between a failure to liquidate properly and actual corruption, because corruption falls under RA 3019, which is the Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act, which also will require you to show that there is an intent to pocket the money. So, or it would be misfeasance, malfeasance, or nonfeasance under the revised penal code. So, actual trial, sabi ni Wamil, ayun. So during the press conference, sabi ni Congressman Chua at ni Congressman Adjong na yung COA findings daw had progressed to the point of official notice of disallowance in order of restitution. So yun, those happened much later at hindi si Auditor Wamil ang ang may knowledge nun. In fact, his knowledge extends only to December 2023. Kasi iba na yung nag-audit. So, sinabi din ni Congressman Chua that some of the ARs submitted for December 22 cash advance were dated November 22 before the funds were released. Actually, mali yun. The date was 2023, December. So, the specific date is fourth quarter 2022 fund receipts, some were dated December 2023 and not, as Congressman Joel Chua stated, November 2022. Bakit? Because November 2022 was supposed to be before the funds were disbursed. Sabi din ng mga congressmen during the press conference that the witness said pinatotohanan na sinabi ng congressman, pinatotohanan na tumanggap ng 70,000 pesos ang isang Mary Grace Piatos. Hindi po yan totoo. Ang sabi ni Auditor Wamil, COA only conducted a document compliance audit and did not ascertain whether Mary Grace Piatos was a real person or physically received the money. So ulitin ko walang testimony na nagsasabing hindi totoo si Mary Grace Piatos o hindi siya totoong tao and so on. Ang sinabi lang nila, compliance audit, which means that they determine based on the documents that were presented if those documents indicate a correct liquidation in accordance with the joint memorandum circular. Okay, so marami pa silang ibang mga assertions that are not supported, which you can ask about in this part of the of our discussion. So let's look at your questions. Yung main point of 150K difference. Isa pa yon, ginawang issue yung 150K difference. But actually, the liquidation indicated an excess of 150,000 na expenses, which means na pwede naman i-disallow ng COA pagka may excess. The OVP will have to be responsible for those additional ones. Hindi po kulang. Sobra yung na-liquidate nila, meaning there were more expenses. Is this a crime? No, of course not. Is this an offense or an administrative offense? Wala din po. Kailangan lang yon i-explain. Sabi ni Tapping Law, technicality, sabi nila hindi dapat masyadong technical. Oo nga but here we go. Sabi ni, hindi ko mabasa yung pangalan mo, pero ang sabi niya is, kahit anong mangyari, tiwala pa din daw kay VP, or at least yun yung nakita ko. Thank you kay Melon F16, kay Gracie, kay Sir Art, kay Justice. Thank you very much po. Sabi ni Green Screen, bakit po AR lang kaya? Since nagpasa sila, dapat may OR din po, di ba? Actually, no. So, in government, meron tayong mga acknowledgement receipts. May certain format yan. Bakit? Hindi po lahat ng purchases ay mayroong binibigay na OR. O halimbawa, bumili ka sa palengke, walang OR yon. So, inatanggap po ang acknowledgement receipts. Ang sinasabi ng COA dito, hindi sa mali na acknowledgement receipt, kailangan acknowledgement receipt for the appropriate purchase. Okay. For example, noon, bago nagkakaroon ng resibo yung mga taxis na nire-require, dati ang taxi acknowledgement receipt yan. O kunwari, magpapakain ka sa turo-turo, acknowledgement receipt yan. But these are covered by certain rules and certain amounts ang inaalaw, and you have to explain kung bakit walang OR yan. This is sometimes the reason kung bakit mahal yung mga binibili. Kasi kailangan mong bumili doon sa mga nag-i-issue ng OR for certain purchases. So yung mga requirement for rewards, I think I agree with that one. What the OVP should have done was to present yung a more detailed accomplishment report. So ayun, actually that should have been done within the period that they were provided for. So kung hindi sila nag-comply within that period, then the disallowance would most likely issue talaga. Now, why am I so calm about this? Because disallowances are not necessarily a sign of corruption. It is not necessarily an indication that somebody pocketed the money. It is an indication na mali yung pagka-disburse or mali yung pagka-liquidate. Sabi ni Wing, wala akong pakialam dyan. Ang mahalaga sa akin na maibalik ang kamay na bakal at maibalik sa rehab ang mga adik para maging safe na uli ang kalye para sa mga inosenteng tao. Sabi ni Bethlehem, boring daw si Attorney Kapunan, walang energy, di nga makatayo ng matagal. But then you have to hand it to her kasi, matagal na rin siyang hindi tumatayo ng ganyang katagal. Sabi ni Ron Republic, if dapat may OR yung sa mall, dapat OR or dapat OR, hindi printed receipt. Depende po yan. Kasi merong mga iba that they will allow the purchase kung dun sa printed receipt nandun yung mga requirements such as yung PIN, etc. So yung registration ng store. Sabi ni JP, we got bored sa proceedings kanina, wala naman na ipakitang violation or anything illegal ang prosecution. Totoo yan. So, para hindi na kayo mabore, ito yung basic na pinipresenta nila na mayroong mga disallowances doon sa disbursement ng confidential funds. Pero may naipakita ba ang prosecution na indication na may nagbulsa. Wala. Yun po ang pinakamahalaga. Nothing in the presentation of the prosecution says that VP Inday is corrupt. There is nothing even directly linking her to it. Siya ba ang nag-disburse? Hindi. Siya yung pumirma ng report. Okay. Okay? So, uulitin ko. In the end, after all of those presentations, after fighting over things like acknowledgement receipts, ito yung issue eh. Ito yung problema. If you have ever worked in government, maiintindihan nyo yan. So, maiintindihan nyo kung bakit certain disbursements talaga na-disallow. Minsan, dahil kulang ka ng pagtatabi or na hindi ka masinop sa pagtatabi ng mga resibo mo, ikaw mismo ang gagastos doon sa disallowance na yon. So, dun sa for example, travel. Mayroong mga yan, meron yung mga binibigay sa'yo like for food and so on. So, yung sa food, kailangan magpresenta ka ng OR dun sa kinainan mo. So, yung mga tabi-tabing kainan na mura lang, masarap, pero walang OR, hindi ka pwede dun. So, minsan pupunta ka sa sa fast food kasi may mga OR yon. Pag nagkamali ka o nawala mo yung resibo mo, ikaw ang gagastos doon. So ito talaga ay normal na pangyayari sa gobyerno. Not every notice of disallowance becomes a criminal case. It does not imply corruption. Bakit? Kasi pinapabalik lang yung pera dahil hindi ka nag-ingat. So, in this case, sa hinaba-haba ng proceedings, walang ni isang patpat ng ebidensya na nagpapakita na may korupsyon na nangyari. Ano yung circular? Joint Memorandum Circular 2015-01. Ang mga agencies involved dyan, so, sandali, buksan ko muna. Ang mga agencies involved are, this is a joint circular of the DBM, DILG, DND, Governance Commission for GOCCs, and the Commission on Audit. Okay, so that's why it's called a joint memorandum circular. This was issued January 8, 2015. Yan, sabi ni One Republic Zion, exactly, mga missing amounts na need to either explain or return. Sabi ni Bogart, wala paki kung ang pera nga ng bayan ang nakaw, puro gawa-gawa mga resign, fake kulong nga iyan si... Ay, alam nyo sir, kung magiging kritiko kayo, okay lang naman, pero sana coherent at saka sana maayos yung grammar para naiintindihan ng lahat. No, sabi ni Oscar, panay AR lang yata, walang OR. Hindi po totoo yun. Yun nga po yung sinasabi ng respondents, ng counsel for the respondents, sina Attorney Mike. Hindi po lahat at mali po yung sinasabi ng mga kongresista na lahat ay AR. That's not true. Merong OR. Ang kinokontest ng prosecution are the ARs. In fact, ang kinokontest ng prosecution, sorry, mali po yan. Ang dinisalaw ng COA are some, not all, of the ARs. No, sabi ni Alin, ay mali ang pagka-disburse? No, mali ang liquidation. So, yun po yun. That's why may pinapa-return. Mali at kulang yung documentation dun sa iba. Sabi ni Carlo, misappropriation is still a form of corruption. No, because if you're going to allege a criminal act, you have to prove mens rea. Okay? In this case, there should have been a criminal intent. Saan pumunta yung pera? If the money still went to the operations for which justified the confidential funds, pero mali yung pagka-liquidate, that is not a crime. May raise na. Nasa department naman po ang desisyon kung saan gagastusin ang confi funds, di ba? As long as provided ang OR. Well, may mga requirements such as yun nga yung financial plan, yung for certain disbursements, kailangan i-liquidate yon using either ORs or yung iba, kailangan i-justify. For example, yung rewards, kailangan may accomplishment at may description of the operation that led to the reward. Ang daming inantok sa hearing. Unfortunately, this is the sad reality of government. A lot of our time in government is focused on ensuring that the expenses are properly liquidated. Now, sometimes nakakawindang yung liquidation requirements. Kaya nga meron such a thing as an acknowledgement receipt because the sad reality is hindi po lahat ng establishments ay nag-i-issue ng OR. So, naku, sanay na sanay kami dyan sa gobyerno, yung mga ganyang justification. Ngayon, merong mga nagtataray at sinasabi, hindi ba mali yan? Hindi ba ganito yan? Ganto. This is the reason kung bakit napikon na rin ang Kongreso at sa kanila, wala po silang itemization. Wala silang, ang certification nila that the funds were appropriately spent is simply the certification by the congressman. So, that is the reality of government. That's why sometimes kami, when we've been working in government for a long time, minsan iniisip namin there should be certain disbursements na pwedeng iba yung rules. So yun na nga. Now I remember my first boss in the NCCA was former DBM secretary and former DepEd secretary Jaime Laya, also former central bank governor. And he was very, very good sa kanyang. He was very, very good about yung yung mga liquidation requirements. And he was also instrumental in making some of those liquidation requirements more rational. Halimbawa, yun ang acknowledgement receipt. So COA allows acknowledgement receipts for certain expenses talaga. So hindi nyo pwedeng sabihin, AR lang ang ginamit. Hindi, kasi pumapayag naman ang gobyerno. The reality is not all businesses will have an OR. And sometimes, pag ikaw yung authorized officer na gumamit ng pera, tapos makita mo, ay mas mura dito, kakain na lang tayo sa palengke. Kasi kung ang allowance ninyo for a meal is 300 pesos, mas marami kang makakain kung doon sa turo-turo. Pero ang may OR yung fast food, hindi na nga masarap or sobrang gasgas na sa taste buds mo, pero minsan napipilitan ka for that. Sabi ni One Republic Zion, hypocrisy at its best ng Congress na maghanap ng details pero liquidation by certification yung sa COA nila. Oo nga eh. So, frustrated. I'm happy to report to everybody right now na frustrated yung mga trolls dun sa comment section. Kasi hindi nila mabira. Bakit? I have so much experience in government service about liquidations like that. So, ako may mga times na, sige, hindi ko na talaga mahanap yung resibo. Ako na lang ang magbabayad. Ano ba naman yon? Minsan, sige, 300 pesos. So, minsan, meron kang allowance na ibibigay pagka-travel. Tapos, nawala mo yung resibo mo, ikaw ang magbabayad nun. Minsan, dollars pa. O di, sorry, bayad ka. Ganun talaga. Hi kay Tatay Strauss, sabi niya, ironically, the effect of the prosecution's witnesses is actually boosting VPISD's good name to the masang Pilipino dahil na rin sa mga paliwanag ng Luminous at iba pang mga DPS vloggers. So remember, what is important to establish a crime? Diba? Ito matagal na, yung mga matagal nang tumatambay dito, alam nyo ito. Ano ang elements of a crime? First, there has to be a law describing what the crime is and prescribing a punishment for that, a penalty. Second, there has to be an act. And that act violates the law. And what is the third? Third is mens rea or criminal intent. Now, there are certain crimes na hindi mo kailangan ng criminal intent, but they are punishable as negligent crimes. So, yung mga reckless imprudence resulting in damage to property or or physical injuries, yan po ay caused by negligence. Mens rea implies that you are intelligent and that you understand what you're going to do, that this is against the law, and you intend to violate the law. You intend to do the crime. So that is why minority is an special exempting circumstance. Pag masyado ka pang bata, let's say you're a 6-year-old, tapos you saw your uncle using a bang-bang, and then you used it in exactly the same way, but somebody got hurt, there is no criminal intent because of the minority. So in cases like this, there is no criminal intent because sometimes due to the nature of the COA rules, minsan ang dami-daming rules at minsan bago yung rules, minsan of course this doesn't excuse you, but understanding those rules can sometimes be a challenge. So because also of the requirement of the Constitution that innocence is presumed, and kumbaga offenses or the crime or is what you have to prove, kasama dun sa kailangan mong ipatunay ay yung criminal intent. So dito, missing yan. Sabi ni JP Milanes, naalala ko nung binasa about Mary Grace Piatos being paid 70K in medical supplies, ilang buwan nila hinipe tapos basag in one reading. Yun na nga eh. Totoo ba ang sabi ni Panelo, nag-abono pa si VP kaysa mangurakot? Well, as you noticed, they documented 150,000 more expenses than that which was given to them. So yung 150,000 na yun, sinong magbabayad nun? So according to Attorney Panelo, si VP. So is that a crime? No. Yun, sabi ni Ayam Paulo Vincent, pag nagbigay ng information ng asset, mag-i-issue ba siya ng OR? Siyempre hindi. That is correct. So anong i-require? So you will have to look at the Joint Memorandum Circular 2015-01 to see kung ano ang requirements para ma-liquidate yung pagbili ng confidential information. Sabi ni Vernel, pwede bang tanungin ng mga witnesses or COA tungkol dun sa confidential funds ng Congress and also sa Office of the President? Hindi po, kasi that would be irrelevant in this case. Pwedeng tanungin yan if there is a case filed against them. Sabi ni Jose Gozon, abono na pa pala. According to Attorney Panelo, yes. Sabi ni Miriam Grace, buti pa dito kay Attorney Trixie, may matututunan ka doon kay Antonio Claire, parang nakikipag marites sa kanto. Di naman po siguro. I'm sure but she's trying, but yun talaga yung style niya eh. Sabi ni H6445, this is more confidential nga, why are we still asking? Well, it's the prosecution kasi that presented the evidence. Sabi ni Green Screen, sana may OR sila, hindi lang AR. Saan bang gagaling yung OR ng confidential informant mo? Provide pa siya ng TIN, ganun ba? Sabi niya, kasi ang laki ng amount. Malaki ang amount kasi nakikita nyo, compiled yan. Hindi yan binigay sa isang tao lang. Hindi yan single purchase. Kaya nga, ginagawa talaga ng mga kalaban ni VP Inday is to present this in lump sum. Pero ang totoo niyan, kung talagang bubusisiin nila ang bawat acknowledgement receipt, which is what they will have to do, dun sa mga hindi inadmit ng defense, then you will see the breakdown. Sabi ni DVJ, kaya pala pinai-impeach kasi nag-abono. What please? Ay, sorry. Sabi ni Lanlan, pwede ba ma-open ng defense yung kaso ni De Lima sa COA? Not in the impeachment proceedings po. Hindi siya relevant. Sabi ni Antonio, posible ba ilabas ni VP yung sinasabi niya na inutusan siya ni FL na magbigay ng envelope sa tao? Not in these proceedings, unless sabihin niya na that's part of the confidential fund. It might be irrelevant at this point. At this point, ha? We don't know, baka later on, kung maging relevant, if it is raised as an issue, then pwede. Sabi ni Karen, hindi kaya na-set up si VP, binigyan siya ng CF so they can use it against her. Alam nyo, marami pong nagsasabi ng ganyang teorya and I think merong basis naman to say that. I'm not saying it's true, But it certainly raises that suspicion. Ay, gumive up na yung mga troll. Nalungkot ako doon. Ibig sabihin, wala na sila talagang masagot. Good evening, Miss Rain. Sabi ni Indiana, dapat maging ready pag campaign period na kasi merong mga debates for presidential at dapat magaling ang kanyang campaign manager kasi ang makaliwa busy sa mga colleges ngayon mag-visit. Totoo yan. So muli, papaalala ko sa lahat na yung mga ganitong information, huwag niyong ikikimkim. Kailangan ipalabas natin para tanungin. O halimbawa, sabihin ng mga kampon ng prosecution, oh, ganito, hala, naglustay ng ganito. Excuse me, hindi lustay ang sinabi ng COA. What COA said was, ang mali is in the liquidation. Tapos, kung mali ang liquidation, magsusoli. Now, what is the next step doon for COA? On the COA side, since nag-disallow sila ng up to, let's say, about 70 million doon sa 2022 na confidential funds, VP Inday will be taking it to court to challenge the decision of the COA. Which means hindi pa rin po established yun. Sabi ni Green Screen, presidential debate, uma-attend po ba siya? Hopefully. Paano mo masasabing uma-attend ba si VP? Paano niya matatanong yan? Present tense yan. Wala pa pong mga debate ang ating ang forerunner natin. Oh. Di ba? Kayo talaga. Sabi ni Dan Kerubin, confidential fund is a broad term. Any asset, inventory purchased and used for informant safe houses is a valid confidential expense. That's correct. So valid yung expense, posibleng valid yung expense. Pero kung mali yung resibo, that is a problem with liquidation. So ulitin ko mali yung sinasabi ng kabila na lustay. Kasi hindi sinasabi ng COA na mali yung purpose for the expense. Ang mali was the liquidation. Kaya nga nagkaroon pa sila ng utang kay VP. Sabi ni Monkey Business, pansin ko parang di ganun kagaling si Attorney Kapunan, ginawang circus at pagpapatawa ka kanina. Magaling lang siguro mag-trash talk pero mukhang walang ibubuga sa korte. Actually, hindi naman po. Magaling si Attorney Kapunan. A lot of those lawyers who are there, magagaling po lahat sila. Hindi po sila mapipili kung hindi. But sometimes you just have a bad case. And finally, sabi ni Ernest, opener ang impeachment sa mga taong gobyerno na nakasali dito para sa susunod na eleksyon. Oo. Okay, so tandaan po ninyo yan. Walang napatunayan ang prosecution insofar as they are trying to pin an offense on the VP. What's the worst that we can say about it? Na hindi masinop yung mga tao niya, na hindi maayos yung kanilang ibang pagliliquidate, yung iba siguro kasi bago pa lang. So, yun yung point dito. Bakit? In order to show an offense, they have to show that there was an intent. And you have to show that this intent was an illegal intent. And this illegal intent should fall under the articles of, under the constitutional requirements. So, dun sa constitutional requirements, kailangan high crimes, graft and corruption. O sige, kung graft or corruption yan, you will be required to show that VP Inday benefited from that personally. Kaya hinahabol nila yung bank accounts to see if there were any big deposits during that period. Just merely the witness alone, itong witness na si Wamil, is not sufficient to prove that there was any graft or any corruption. Because not only have they not shown any intent, they have not shown where that money went. Sabi ni Esmiring, ano po sa inyo sa mga pangalan daw nakaduda-duda na nasita? Yung pangalan by itself is evidence of nothing. Okay? Ang ginagawa ng prosecution, shortcut. Kailangan pakita nila na hindi totoo ang taong ito or this is not it is not acceptable to use an alias in a confidential operation. So a lot of that, those are legal arguments, not factual ones. Right now, nagpe-present pa lang ng facts yung prosecution. They will have to argue that having a pseudonym is not acceptable. And if it is not acceptable, what are the COA regulations or decisions pertaining to this? What if walang rule? What if walang law? Then it is not punishable. So ulitin ko ha, bakit a lot of you are not convinced of the evidence kahit over time na itong mga magigiting natin mga kongresista na na panay ang pa-interview ngayon saying hala hindi tama yung mali, walang resibo, AR lang. O ngayon, yan ang sagot. O ngayon, bakit? Kasi kailangan patunayan nila na yung maling liquidation na yon is directly related to graft. It is not evidence of graft alone. Di ba? No, sabi ni Dodong yan. Diversion, pseudonyms, mali po yan. Pseudonyms should be submitted to COA with real names. Mali din po yan. Unang-una, even if they submit to COA, they are sealed in envelopes and cannot be opened without a court order. So, yung paglalabas nga ng pangalan ng mga yan is still challengeable. Basahin niyo naman kasi yung joint memorandum circular para hindi yung galit na galit kayo dun sa akin pero hindi niyo naman binabasa yung batas. Sabi ni RC, naninibago ako, libo lang ang usapan, namamanghaba ang kong project kasi libo lang ang usapan samantalang sa kanila bilyon. Wow, hindi na. Ang sakit naman nun. Okay, sabi ni Pika, another lawyer says there's criminal offense committed because the money was spent for an item that was not intended for the purpose of the fund. Therefore, malversation. Malversation po falls under the revised penal code and will require a showing of criminal intent. So, hindi siya mali. It's evidence, yes, but it is not complete. Kasi kailangan makumpleto mo yung elements of a crime. Sabi ni Dongdong yan, but COA said walang real names. So, but did COA say mali yung pag-disburse? What is the penalty here? Solid pera. Impeachable offense ba ito? Not necessarily. It's not even a crime. Okay, so I have to go. So maraming salamat po sa lahat ng sumubaybay sa live natin ngayong araw na ito. Maraming salamat sa lahat ng tuloy-tuloy na sumusuporta sa amin dito sa Luminous. I really have so much to do. So I will try to be back as soon as I can. And we will be uploading more short videos para hindi masyadong bitin yung ibang mga tao. So ayan. Sabi ni Indiana, nag-set kasi ng high standard si Tatay Digong during the presidential debate. So sana po ready si VP for presidential debates. VP is her own person. Kumbaga, wag naman natin tignan si VP as simply an extension of Tatay Digong. That's not fair to her. She has her own style, her own approach. Pero mahal natin siya dahil siya yung leader, tagapagmana talaga siya ng leadership sa ating bayan. Because we know that she is not corrupt. Oh, ayan ha, ma-set off na naman yung mga tolls. We know that she has the kind of leadership that we need. Sabi ni One Republic Zion, she has her own progress and contribution. So, maraming salamat. Sabi ni Astro Beastie, one-time payment lang po ba membership? Sandali, si Attorney Ahmed nag-set niyan. As far as I know, monthly po yan. And for YouTube, we're going to start yung mga Q&A sessions for members para meron naman po kayong benefit for the support. Sabi ni Ma'am Aika, she's not corrupt unlike those that are throwing accusations at her. So ayun. Sabi ni Napoleon, manonood daw ako ng finals. Di po, dami ko pong kailangan gawin. So muli, maraming salamat at maraming salamat po sa tuloy-tuloy ninyong pagsusuporta sa amin dito sa Luminous. Maraming salamat nga pala sa mga gifters dito sa aming Black app. Please continue to support Luminous pati dun sa iba namin sa mga ina-upload namin na videos kung bitin pa kayo. So mamaya gagawa rin po kami ng videos that will help you understand more fully some of the highlights of the impeachment proceedings. Yes, Joel, I'm still out of the country. Okay, so thank you very much, and we will see you again very, very soon.